And we are back again with the brand new episode of Another 24. I am your incredibly handsome host, Taurus Montez, and today I got a very special guest in the building. Now, this guest, man, he really needs no introduction, but I'll go ahead and give him one anyway. I have the independent artist, the blazer, the lyrical assassin. He's also a youth counselor, and he's also performed all around the world. He's been to Japan. He's been, man, we going to talk about it. But I got the one, the only, Mauzy in the building. What's happening, my brother?
Bless, man. I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I got to ask, man. I ask all of my music guests this question, man. What were you listening to on the way over here, bro?
I actually wasn't listening to nothing.
For real?
Yeah, for a while, I wasn't listening to nothing because everybody who do music could, like, kind of feel me. Sometimes when you working on music for so long, you either listening to that or you listening to your shit or you just don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so I really been in that mode of like just trying to be quiet. Like, so my car rides is usually when I got my alone time. So I'll take that time to just, let some downloads come to me.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I knew I was coming into this space, so I just wanted to, like, kind of clear my brain, so I had a little moment of silence where I was just, meditating while I'm moving. Yeah. And then I started playing some beats and I started freestyling.
Gotcha. Damn.
Because I had to get the juicy flowing, you know what I mean? I'm like, I like to stay sharp, and I've been in that practice too. That's just been one of my practice lately, of just being, like, silent so I could get all the downloads that, God got for me, because I have a million thoughts a day.
Yeah, facts.
But then I also been in the practice of, like, freestyling just so I can be fresh and, like, turn it on at any time.
Yeah, I got you. Now, that's interesting, man, because I think you might be the second or third person in a row that just said they weren't listening to nothing.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man, because I wonder if that's like a sign of the times or if that's just what we need. Maybe we just don't need to be listening.
I think we gonna need that a lot more as, the world speeds up. You got social media ramping up at an all-time high. Music is coming out at an all-time clip. It's going to be so much. You are going to need a moment to just be listening to nothing. Yeah. I meditate, and I'm not like a master meditator. I'm not going to get on here and just like preach to you like I'm a guru.
Right.
But what I will say is, like, if you are constantly, like, living in noise, then you're not going to be able to download all of that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really going to be able to understand what it is that you thinking.
Yeah, fact.
Because you have all these different thoughts and stimulus coming from different areas. And if that, too much of that will kill you.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's when you start getting into, like, the Matrix and
that
shit like that. So everybody gonna need a little bit moment of silence just to get your mind right. Yeah. I had to get my mind right before I came in. I mean,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
it's you, brother.
Right. Now take me back to the beginning, man. What was it like for you growing up? You from the A, right?
Yeah. I lived here since I was like 5-6 years old.
Okay. So what was it like growing up for you? Were you always artistic? Were you always creative, or did you have to kind of find that side of yourself?
I was always, like, artistic. And creative. I'm an only child, so
same.
I got, stories that my family done told me where, like, I would just do stuff out of pure imagination.
For real?
Just pure imagination. Like, my nana told me this story the other day. I never knew, but she was like, this one, I knew you was different, like, when you was very, very, very young, like, just learning to talk and stuff like that. And, she talking to her friend, but I'm just playing. And, I go from regular playing to taking my belt off. And I took my belt off, and I start, like, putting it through the plants and shit like that. her friends start looking at me, and then she pointed to my nana. My nana looking at me, she like, what you doing?
Like, that would have been my question. Like, what you doing?
You know, so I got to be like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she said, I turned to her. Mind you, I don't remember this.
Mm.
She said, I turned to her. I was like, I'm playing with my snake. And I took the little belt buckle and I rattled the little tongue. Like, and she was like, she would have never even like, she wouldn't have pinpointed the two. And for me to just be a child and just making things up out of my brain, like, that's when she knew. But I have no memory of this.
Right.
So I didn't know that. But then as I grew older, like, it all made sense. Like, I could see that there were characteristics early on. I used to draw before I did music. And I ended up getting into my school because I could draw real well.
Oh, that's fine.
I ended up putting it down because I knew music was like my calling. And that started in like middle school. So like growing up here was pretty good. I will say to your question, I fell in love with music because I was here.
Yeah.
And here in Atlanta, it's a lot of us. And you know, when we at school, we in lunch and we beating on the table, coming up with the beats, rapping, you know, just because that's that creative energy that Atlanta had. So like when I first seen that in middle school, it changed me. I remember just like seeing it, and it was fun, and then it became like a thing in the cafeteria where everybody is crowded around us. The whole cafeteria, and it's like, and now you got more people coming, and something about the energy is like, it's giving you like goosebumps because everybody is like, so I started seeing it, I'm like, man, I want to try that.
Yeah, you like that feeling.
Man, you know, I love the feeling, just like feeling something.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like, wow, this is a feeling that I've never felt before. And I get that feeling sometimes, like when, you know, I hear a singer hit like the perfect note or something that, it ain't even got to be a perfect note, but it could just have pain and or emotion in that shit. And when you really feel it and you start getting them goosebumps, like I started walking towards that feeling. So I'm like, okay, I want to try this. And my teachers was so cool because they noticed that the entire cafeteria, it used to be by grade level.
Yeah.
So we in the 6th grade, all of the 6th graders are at this one table now. And the teachers saw that, and instead of like shutting shit down and like, y'all sit down, they said, you know, y'all got real talent. So how about every Friday, each class in homeroom, y'all come up with y'all like own chant and rap, and every Friday we gonna have like Freestyle Friday, and we gonna go class for class, and it's gonna become a thing. So like them just nurturing it, cause they cool black teachers too. Yeah. That shit changed me, and once we started doing it, it started to become like a ritualistic thing for me. So as I started making music more and more, I realized, man, like this is what I want to do.
Shout out to those teachers, man, because first of all,
shout out to y'all,
man, because they didn't, when you come across and when you know this black joy like that, you need to cultivate it.
Yeah,
you need to encourage it. You need to grow it, water it.
Especially when it's the youth,
right?
Like, because they don't know, they just trying stuff.
Yeah, they having fun.
And you know, a lot of adults, what they do is they'll like shit on it. They're like, maybe, you know, they can say that, oh, that's not a real thing, or, you know, they just don't pour into it. And I think if you start the kids like off young and you really had them nurturing what it is that they like to do, you know, that's how you can really get people to live in like their fullness. Because if you shut it down as a child, then people got real gifts out here. I see it in music all the time, but they don't really believe, you know, because as a child, like, you can shut down their belief.
Yeah, for sure.
Because as an adult, maybe you a little more mentally tough to like somebody say something,
Mm.
fuck you.
Mm.
But as a kid, you know, if your parents telling you like,
Yeah.
nah, you need to figure out something else to do.
Yeah, you
Man,
believe that. It
shit
becomes your
yeah,
identity.
exactly. And now your identity is shifted.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta pour into the kids, man. Shout out to all the teachers that was at Kip South Fulton, man. You know, when I get paid, I'ma circle back on you.
On game.
Cause it's that's real love, and it's always been love for them teachers. They outside of that, they actually taught us like on a different level than a lot of my peers. When I got to high school, I was like, damn, I had some amazing teachers because I'm smarter than all these niggas.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's definitely something that I don't have any kids yet, but when I do, that's gonna be one thing. That's gonna be the family protocol. Like, let's encourage.
Yeah.
Let them try whatever.
Exactly.
They want to play football. They want to do gymnastics. They want to draw. They want to act. Because you never know what's gonna work for them.
Man, pour into that, man.
And then when you get older, that gives you that confidence to try things.
Yeah.
My mom was the same way. I was like, Mom, I want to draw. She put me in an art class. I want to act. She put me in an acting class. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to play football. I want to play basketball. She put me in everything. She let me try. Shout out to my mom, bro. And now, you know, that same mentality and that same muscle is, you know, prevalent today. That's why I try so much. That's why I put so many videos out. Started a podcast. Started a platform. That's because
you ever told your mama that?
Yeah, I tell her that all the time.
That's love.
Yeah. I tell her that all the time. But it's you know, you got to start that young.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start it young, man. But so moving forward, so that was around middle school when you started getting that feeling when the music bug bit you.
Yeah. I've been love music. Like I said, like even when I was younger, I would get like goosebumps when I would hear certain songs, but it wasn't always rap music.
Yeah.
Like my mom and my dad, they grew me up on so much stuff, like whether it was reggae, R&B. My mama, we used to be playing Prince, and Lenny Kravitz, like, you know, outside of the neo soul that she was playing. So like, I got a taste of a lot of that stuff, and I would really like feel those goosebumps. But it wasn't until like I actually had that experience in middle school where I was like, all right, I can't really sing like that. So maybe that's not something I could try, but this I could try.
Yeah.
And now I'm singing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
I'm singing and rapping, which, you know, is the beautiful combination that my parents created. But yeah, in middle school when I had that experience, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this.
What was some of your who were some of your biggest musical influences coming up? I know you mentioned Prince, you mentioned listening to reggae and other things, but who did you gravitate towards?
Man, it was so. I could name off just a whole list and ain't none of them gonna make sense because it literally started like from a young age and then like evolved over time. So like you said, like I mentioned Prince early on, which is still like a huge influence. The nigga play 100 instruments.
Yeah, facts.
And I just play the piano and I'm inspired to like really pick up the guitar because of the way he really like touch that thing. He'll make a whole song by himself. So yeah, Prince, Bob Marley. My dad was playing a lot of Bob Marley, and I would like every time I would get in a car with him, I remember like asking him to play like that Bob Marley song. Like, can you? So
shout out to Bob Marley.
Yeah. Bob Marley was a huge influence and still is to this day. And then when I started rapping, like it was a specific time in Atlanta, so like the Crank That's was out heavy. So like DJ was like one of my favorite rappers just because he had the hottest song at the time. So I'm thinking like, man,
walking it out.
Yeah, like this is a hit. He got hits.
Yeah.
But DJ realistically, like
R.I.P. DJ man.
Man, yeah, R.I.P. to a legend for real, cause that was a time in Atlanta. So we had a bunch of different Crank That's going on. That was beautiful. And then when I
Crank That Batman, Crank That Yank.
Man, I couldn't even keep up with all of them. Like Atlanta had so many, like so I know obviously I knew how to crank that Soulja Boy, and then once you start getting into the Batmans and then the SpongeBob's, and I was like, man, I'm doing all this dance and shit. I actually got more into the lyrics because, like I said, like we was beating on the table, and you had to actually be spitting and saying something. So like, I think the Carter 3 was out at that time, so you know. Wayne is a
Wayne.
huge influence because he was not,
But
you know, people say he don't be saying nothing, but I will say
they're not
this.
listening for real.
But I'll say this about Wayne. Okay, he'll say the same thing. He talking about the same things, but he finds such a creative way to say the same thing over and over and over again. So for me, I always found skill in that.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's a talent.
Bruh, and
you know, you rap about pussy 17 different lines.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You know? Because some people just saying it and they saying the same way this, you know, Future said it. They saying the same way that they heard somebody else say it. So Lil Wayne was incredible for me because he would just say things that I had never heard and, you know, in the way that I had never thought about. So he was huge. Kanye was huge at the time too. And even as I started growing up into high school, like he had great album after great album after great album. So I'm like, okay, I could get with this. You know, J. Cole was a huge influence for me in high school, especially like he was rapping about like going to college and being a rapper and, you know, his ambition to be the greatest. And I was in that mode as well. Like I was in school, about to go to college. So I definitely related to his story. So yeah, them just some of the few. From Prince to Bob Marley to Kanye, Wayne, Cole, DJ
Right.
You know what I mean? Can't forget Atlanta, T.I. You know, we in Atlanta. T.I. was huge for me.
Yeah.
He was like...
He was really rapping.
He was really rapping, but he also had that, like, that street... I won't even say it was like aggression. It was like just a certain mentality that come with that street shit.
He was real reflective, real introspective, like
exactly,
man, like really thinking about damn this shit.
You know,
stressful, bro. It ain't just all fun and games.
Exactly, and I liked people that highlighted many different perspectives of a man, because I also felt like I had so many different sides of me, you know, that I could relate to T.I. in this sense, you know. I could relate to Lil Wayne and his love for pussy, you know. I could relate to J. Cole and his experiences coming up, growing to school, and yeah, it was a lot of different sides that I feel like T.I. really represented. So
T.I. said 3 kids in 2 years, baby daddy panic. God damn, boy, like I can't imagine going through that too, but I feel you, bro.
Man, yeah, it was some stuff I couldn't relate to.
But
you
it's
know,
like I feel the pain though.
Yeah.
It's like shit, I'd be panicking too.
Exactly, and that type of stuff, it'll highlight what you want and what you don't want for your life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I wasn't in those shootouts,
Yeah.
and the fact that he had talked about the various shootouts he had been in, and how he lost one of his partners in the shootout, and how it all started over nothing.
Nothing, bro. It all
That
usually is.
You know, and people don't know that's a certain side that come with that street shit that ain't highlighted.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I could have went that route, but I didn't, because I saw, you know, I listened, because he put it in his music, you know, and they always say, my pops always say this, he say, you know, a smart man learn from his mistakes, but a wise man is gonna learn from the mistakes of others.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I stayed listening to all of the different lyricists and picking up different games. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to the people, because when you mention Wayne and people saying he talking about the same thing, I mean, the thing about Wayne is he's a lot more clever than people give him credit for. Because I remember like on the Drought 3, on the Throw Some D's, on that remix, or the freestyle he did, he was like, Peyton Manning flow, I just go, no huddle. Baby girl getting straight dick, no cuddle. You know I'm out this world. I just bought a space shuttle, and I'm gonna throw some D's on that bitch. And it's just like, okay, that's two different. Like you out this world, like you know this nigga is going, he's out of here, but he throwing some D's on it. He gonna keep it hood. He gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? It's like you really gotta think. It's really layered, multi-layered if you really listen.
You know, and to make it rhyme, like people don't understand. Like
bruh, it's hard, bro.
People don't understand. It go from one thought to the next. But yeah, I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that, bro.
Exactly.
I like uniqueness.
Yeah.
I hate when motherfuckers sound like
Same shit.
a
over and
carbon
over.
copy of this exact person. I could exactly pinpoint who it is that you got your whole sauce from. Like I said, I'm pulling from Bob Marley, Kanye, Wayne, fucking who else I said?
Prince.
Tip, Prince. All these different, there's a multitude of different flavors in there, and you could probably like pinpoint me to one or the other,
Yeah.
but you can't never say that like I'm a copy of this person.
Exactly.
I'm really more of like a mixing pot of just, sugar, spice, everything nice, and a little chemical eggs. You know what I mean? But I'm not a Powerpuff Girl.
On game. Rowdy Rough Boys over here, man.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, I
So-
did watch the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah,
though. I mean,
everybody, come on.
you know what I mean?
Come on. Yeah, I
I'm a
heard-
multifaceted nigga, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I was watching all that. I'm watching anime, I'm watching Powerpuff Girls, nigga. I'm watching Recess, Boondocks.
Yeah.
I be feeling like Huey and Riley mixed together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard you had a Mojo Jojo bar. When he was small, bro. I know. I peep game.
Man, that's a throwback too.
Yeah,
that's a throwback. You going all the way back to the Mojo Jojo. You know it's so funny. I would talk about it on the podcast, but this just gonna give him a special feeling of just knowing that, like, I actually am listening to the haters. But it was a hating ass nigga.
Yeah.
He had sent me a voicemail, and he was just like going off like, fuck you, nigga, like, you this, that, blah, 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 you lame as fuck, you been on my dick, yada, 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 you was around here, and I mean, you think you all that, you around here spit some lame ass Mojo Jojo line, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I ain't seen a nigga about 10 years. He ain't heard me spit the line in about 10 years. Nigga still remember that motherfucker though, cause that shit was hard as fuck.
Shit was hard.
That nigga was like, he quoted the line that I had and basically saying, you know how I thought I was all that. And I do.
I mean, what
know,
you supposed to think?
And the
nigga?
fact that, you really remember, what I did, it just goes to prove that, yeah, I am that nigga. You know what I mean? And a lot of people got a problem with that. This shit's sad. But yeah, that's enough of that segment for him. But yeah, he quoted the Mojo Jojo line. I thought that was hilarious.
Hey, man, jealousy is love and hate at the same time. That's what Drake said.
Exactly.
But yeah, man. So moving forward, the music bug bit you. So how did you, when you realized that music was gonna be your thing?
Yeah.
Like, what were your steps to become this polished artist that we see today? Did you practice your craft? Were you writing every day, all day? Were you freestyling all day? Were you throwing concerts in your bedroom? Like, what was your journey to becoming this polished artist in front of us?
It was definitely the reps.
Yeah.
You definitely got to get the reps in. I think when I was like younger, I didn't really take it as serious because, truth be told, the shit came natural to me.
Yeah.
Like I started out and, I was rapping with my peers and they were really, really good. Like they had been doing the shit. They was way more talented than you would think they would be at their age. So, steel sharpens steel. Iron sharpens iron. So as we would practice and collaborate, like I would be able to get them reps in. It's new, so I love doing it. I'm not doing it just for the money. So I was just doing it for fun and for leisure.
Right.
And I love doing it so much that it became like I became better. Even though I didn't take it as serious. I don't think I started taking it as seriously till I was like 18. And I remember I was in college and the first year had went by and I fucking tricked that whole year off, dog. I wasn't doing, my grades was slipping the very first semester because I just was out there just being an adult trying to be an adult, you know, not really an adult, but I'm just out there fucking hoes, you know, partying, drinking. I wasn't smoking at the time, but like I was just into the college life, and I kind of got a taste of adulthood. But then I also realized like that whole year had gone by, and I hadn't performed one time.
Mm.
And I had been performing in middle school and in high school, like
Yeah.
often. Like it's like I said, in middle school, they would let us perform. So we went from like performing in the cafeteria to like now we performing at the school assemblies. We performing at the talent shows. I mean, my dad, shout out to him, he like saw that we was doing something, so he would like get us a show or get us this little platform to actually, you know, build the craft. And I remember like I done went through reps of like, you know, forgetting my lyrics on stage and stuff like that. So I had to put in the reps, but then college came and I realized I hadn't performed all year, and people didn't really know that I did music. Like they was surprised when they found out, like, damn, bro, where you been? I've been here the
Crazy.
whole time, you know what I mean? So like I had to really start taking the craft serious, and that took a lot of like reps, you know, just to get that muscle memory of just like making it a routine. So like even now, like I say, I got the practice of like freestyling in the car.
Yeah.
I used to be terrible at freestyling.
Yeah.
Sucked. Like it would be like embarrassing to do. Like I would always keep raps in my head
Right.
just so I could, you know, spit something if the time ever came. Cause everybody had that dream of like, yeah, man, when I see Kanye, nigga, I'ma spit that shit like Big Sean did.
Right.
But freestyling was not a part of my practice. But then as I got older, you know, I started freestyling with my uncle and shit like that, and it was just fun. And I started to get better and better, and that you realize you could take that into like the song creating process, and if you can just come with what's on your mind and the direct feeling, you can come up with a lot of songs. You know what I mean? So like, I start freestyling more. I perform as much as I possibly can. I record, you know, what's on my mind, and the more you do something, the better you're gonna be at it. That's with anything you do. You know what I mean? So like people think that like, oh, this just like came naturally, and it did.
Yeah.
But also it if it was just all natural talent, I probably wouldn't be in this position that I'm in, because it's a million people out there with God given talent
Mm-hmm.
that ain't doing
Ain't
shit.
putting the work in.
You know what I mean?
If you want to reach your potential, you having the base level God given talent, that's great.
Yeah.
But the people who reach their potential is the ones that put the work in,
Mm-hmm.
who add on to that talent
Mm-hmm.
by adding that grit, that tenacity,
Yeah.
and really taking that craft seriously.
Yeah.
Man. Look at the greats. If you want to be one of the greats, look at what they do.
You know?
Jordan was naturally
I was
athletic.
just finna go to basketball, literally.
Where he's naturally athletic.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron naturally athletic.
Mm-hmm.
But look at what they doing on top of all of that natural.
I go to even like Kobe Bryant, man, like
even Kobe. He's
cause
the GOAT.
and he a Virgo too. I really relate with him because yeah, he does have talent, but he has had moments of failure. Matter of fact, all of them have really failed in some area. But Kobe mentions like, you know, when he first started out and he did like his little league as a kid and the nigga ain't score a point.
Right.
I done been in them moments, bro, where it's like I'm trying to go hard and nothing is happening. Even though I know I'm talented.
Right.
I've been knew that. But nothing is happening for me. So I'm like, wow, it's gonna take more than just me being talented or me having a good song. I actually have to be extraordinary. You know what I mean? I gotta do something different. And every time that you able to step in the gym at whatever your craft is, if you could step in the gym over and over and over and over again, you start to get a lot more confidence in your abilities. You get a lot more skill with what it is that you can do. And then, you know, you can go on to win championships. I'm trying to win rings, bro. I'm really trying to actually take this to a different level that a lot of people think that I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody doesn't believe. And I know that it's only gonna happen if I pair the God-given talent with like I also have to outwork everybody.
Right. It's how bad you want it.
You
You know what
know,
I'm saying?
I want this shit like
Want it
really
bad.
bad.
And potential, the thing about potential, that is like a real scientific term. Like if you ever took a physics class,
Mm-hmm.
you know, potential means at what I'll paraphrase it, I'll simplify it. But
Mm-hmm.
potential is the amount of output that a certain object or thing can put out, right? So if you have a ball sitting right here, it has potential.
Mm.
But right now it's just sitting there. It's not
Right.
moving.
Right.
It's not gonna get potential until it's not gonna realize its potential until you move it.
Actually move.
So that potential to do great things is in there, but it's not gonna be realized if you're not doing your part.
Exactly.
If you're not putting the work in, if you're not pushing that ball, then you ain't gonna realize it.
Yeah, man.
And it's really that simple.
That's with everything. That's
That's
not
with
even
everything.
just with like music. I encourage that with everybody, man. Even if you just trying to get in shape,
Yeah,
you got to move.
you got to.
You know, you can't get in shape just standing still. It's literally impossible.
Yeah.
You actually got to take a step forward. And once you take a step forward, sometimes you realize it's a lot easier than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
A lot of people just get in their own way, you know what I mean? Or
Starting is the hardest part.
yeah. That's literally like, you know, sometimes they say that the heaviest weight when you trying to get in shape is like the door to the gym.
Right.
Literally, like once you in that motherfucker,
Everything
bro, you
else-
here.
Everything else easy.
Even if you know you ain't got it all today,
Yeah.
if you just show up, that gets you so much further than if you just, you know,
Not doing shit.
yeah, you slipping. If you ain't worked out in months, nigga, you get back in that gym, nigga, that shit hard.
Shit hard.
I mean, but if you showing up consistently, man, things get a lot easier. Like I said, you get confidence in yourself and shit really start happening, man. And I think God will actually open up a lot more doors once you start going in that direction of whatever it is you want. You know, I got this famous line. I say, if labels ain't talking paper, bitch, we ain't discussing. I put my soul in this shit and I pray it ain't for nothing. So every day, I just try and do my best and I try and keep the faith and trust that God will do the rest.
Man.
You know?
Mhm.
So that's what you got to do. You do your best. That's part of like the 4 Agreements. I don't know if you're a reader, but one of my favorite books is called The 4 Agreements. And one of the agreements is always do your best. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
once you do that, gotta do the rest. You ain't gotta worry.
Hey, man, my uncle used to say, or he still say, like, the devil can only attack you if you know where you at. So if you sitting on the couch all day, every day, watching TV, you know where you at.
Yeah.
But if you out doing your thing, if you out moving around, you can't catch you. So you
Yeah.
gotta stay active.
That's real.
You gotta stay chasing your dream or doing whatever you want to do. You gotta move though.
Yeah. That's kind of like the same saying of idle mind is the devil's playground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I just read this book called Outwitting the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, they literally talk about how, you know, if you are not doing nothing and you let your brain go in that autopilot mode, like I said, just so much noise to where you're not thinking your own thoughts, oh, the devil got you.
Yeah, it's over. It's over with.
So you cannot stay still. You can rest.
Mhm.
Rest is very important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you should never do nothing. It's this saying. It say, you know, you got 3 options. The best option that you have is to do the right thing. Second best option you have is to do the wrong thing. You might do the wrong thing, make a mistake, and then it leads you into the right direction. But the worst thing that you could possibly do when you actually trying to go after something is do nothing.
Right.
That ain't gonna get shit done.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Literally nothing.
That's a huge part. You gotta do something. And if you do something, it can work out for you, or you can end up making a mistake, tripping, falling, learning. Now you even better for the next go round, but you don't learn nothing from doing nothing. You know, and I have been there, so I'm not, you know, trying to beat nobody up that's sitting on the couch watching this podcast, just doing nothing. You know, I'm not mad at you, but I will say this: if you really want to go after Matter of fact, not even going after nothing. You ain't even got to be just a super ambitious person. But if you do nothing and you have like literally no direction for your life, the devil will come and find you. And they'll give you something to do.
Right.
And it probably ain't gonna be that positive.
No, it ain't. It ain't, man. But so you've been kind of moving around in the industry. I'm sure you've been in some cool meetings. You had some good conversations with people. What is like one of the most surprising things that you learned about the music industry?
Surprising?
Mm-hmm.
Woo. I have had a lot of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know. I should say all of them because I might taint somebody's image. Or I might taint the image of like, you know, people that the viewers look up to. I've met a lot of people and I've realized that like, oh, you're not a good person.
Damn.
You know? Or even if you're not a good person, I won't say that because good is subjective. You're not who you say you are. That be bothering me. Especially when like you grow up and you see this image of a person, so you imagine that they like this or at least similar.
Yeah.
And then I be knowing these people like personally, and then I'll see them go on to be this thing, and realize like that's not you.
Switched up.
Even if you change, people evolve and shit like that, but I realize like I know for a fact that's not you. So it's so strange to me when people aren't who they portray themselves to be, and that happens a lot in this industry. I also be realizing that it's a business. That was very surprising because, like I said, I started off doing it for the love, and then once you realize that the people that are in it are doing it for money, it's different. Or the people that are in like solely for the money. Right. Nigga trying to get paid too.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't never get it confused.
We don't do shit for free.
Come on now. I'm trying to make sure that I can be sustained and flourish off of just what it is that I love to do. So get your money. But when you just care about the money and motherfucker don't care about your talent. Nigga don't even fans, like sometimes people don't care about the shit that you care about, which is like the craft and or the culture. There's so many people out there, like, you know, like people are idolized, and you don't realize like this same motherfucker walk past you on the street and spit on you. Dang. Literally, I know a nigga. I know a nigga huge. When he was at his peak, the nigga would walk around the studio, cause I done worked in studios. I done been like around people in intimate settings. Like, this nigga at his peak was a monster, and he'll disrespect everybody, and that like always rubbed me the wrong way, cause I was always taught to like, you know, I was always taught to watch how people treat the nigga that can't do shit for him. Right. You know, you'll walk in and you'll treat the owner like the king. Yeah, for sure. Smiling, laughing at all his jokes, even if it ain't fucking funny. And then you'll be rude to the waiter. Know what I mean? Just cause. I never really approved of that. So when I realized that a lot of people weren't who they portrayed themselves to be, and how this thing was really a marketing game, it's like finding out that wrestling was fake. Right. You know, when I was young, like I was like, this is crazy. Right. And mind you, I grew up on a different wrestling. Mm-hmm. You know, when they was really like steel cage, throwing you off the top. Yeah, them niggas really went through the cage. Right. Undertaker really threw a nigga off the cage onto a table. Now, I thought, oh wow, this is crazy. And I remember one time they had some crazy episode, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Man, my dad looked at me, because this what it was. Vince McMahon, the nigga faked his death. Mm-hmm. Nigga got in the car and the limousine exploded. Right. Mind you, I think Eddie Guerrero had just died. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what happened? Right. Man, my dad, he, because we always used to watch wrestling. This man looked at me. He was just laughing. He was like, it's not real.
Not real.
It was like fine.
Right.
And they had always told me that Santa Claus wasn't real, so they kept it real with me.
Yeah.
So I appreciated it. But we had, always watched wrestling, and I'm thinking this shit real. And when he broke that down to me, I'm realizing like, oh, like television, media, all of this shit is like propaganda.
Yeah.
Like this shit is just a storyline. That's why I like podcasts, because you can at least have a real in-time conversation,
right,
and express, whatever it is you want to put out into the world. You know what I mean? But this is so much better. But regular television, even reality TV, ain't none of that shit real, man.
It's designed to keep you watching.
Which is, I get it.
Yeah.
But it was very surprising to me. You talk about like what shocked me when I got up in this thing. It like nothing is the way that they say it is, right, and it bothered me.
Damn.
I'm okay. I've learned that like it is what it is. Keep your eyes open. Always, see the real in things. And it's some, wisdom that they have in like the way that they use the media to sway opinion. Yeah. So sway it for the good reasons. I mean, really tell your truth and make it interesting, I guess.
There you go.
Like a wrestler.
Right. So what's the price you paid for chasing your dream?
The price? I don't even know if I quantify that shit, man. I've sacrificed a lot. I ain't got kids.
Right.
I'm in that same boat with you. And right now it's because like I'm really chasing something. And I know, like I said, I've learned from other people's mistakes. And I realized you had that kid unprepared. Yeah, shit changed. Shit changed, but man, whole life is different.
Yeah.
Especially you have a kid not prepared and it with the wrong woman. Or the wrong father.
Just hang it up.
Not only has your life changed, your life might have got a little worse, because now you might have to do it by yourself. Or you might have to do it and be at odds with the same person that like signing a 360 deal and you don't like the label for real, and the label do not like you no more.
Right.
Shit's sad. So I have given up, building a family. Sometimes it takes me like missing out on a lot of different events in people's lives. I traveling all the time. I'm good with money, and I'm at a certain life, like point in my life where I'm in it straight. I mean, I done picked up investing. I ain't hurting.
Right.
Like I used to be hurting, but if I wasn't doing music, I would have been rich a long time ago. This shit costs. And you don't really get the benefits of it until later on. It's like long-term investing in stuff that we doing, like, and it pays off when it pays off really big. But at the same time, I've put so much money into it that I hadn't seen immediately back. Right. Or I put money into like throwing a show, and when I come out and I perform, I might not have made all my money back, but somebody in that crowd start crying. I mean, somebody in that crowd come after the show and let me know, like, yo, like, that one song you did, like, that shit, like, really touched me. And I know, like, it's kind of fucked up, but every time I get somebody to cry, I know I'm doing something.
Right.
I know I'm like, in my mind, like, I'm really consoling them in the moment, but in my mind, I'm like, I did it.
Right.
It's working. You know what I mean? So I do like get those moments where I'm like, man, this shit needs to start paying my bills. Yeah. But it's a sacrifice, man. You know what I mean? Right. Sometimes you just gotta do the shit on faith and just have, that belief that it's gonna pay off for you.
Right. And you know, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, I do branding for a lot of business owners.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same thing, man. Once you first starting out, you see what's possible, right?
Yeah.
But you don't see all the steps it takes to get there. Like, you don't figure out how to extract the money out of the business. You might not figure that out for 3-4 years.
It's
Like,
quite
you
a process.
might pay your bills,
Yeah.
but you might not profit for real
Yeah.
until like 3, 4, 5, 6 years later.
Yeah.
When you really figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm sure it's the same with being an artist. It's just like,
Might be even worse.
probably.
I mean, because some businesses are set up to where like not worry, but like your main focus is the profit margins.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that like, okay, I'm starting a business. This is my product or this is my service, and this is the price that it costs. As a rapper, I've done so many shows for free.
Right.
I mean, like my services, they don't cost.
Yeah.
So I've put them out there for free, done free shows. I've given things away for free. I've thrown my own shows. Like, there is a lot that, can't be monetized. And especially, like, the product that I do have for sale is the music.
Mm-hmm.
And, music ain't paying shit. Motherfucking with Apple and Spotify, what they giving me, I ain't getting nothing off that. For real, I'll be better giving it straight to the consumer, which I have. And, that's lucrative. It's been lucrative, especially back when I was, like, in middle school selling CDs. Like, man, I was making some real bread. Right. But they were consuming that back then. And now the game has changed. So, like, you got to stay up to date with different ways, to market yourself, promote yourself, and make money. But yeah, that's been a sacrifice, really, my time, my money, and my energy.
I heard that. All right, man. Well, we had pretty deep conversation so far, I would say. It ain't too crazy, but I kind of want to lighten it up a little bit, have a little bit of fun, ask you some questions, my brother.
Okay.
Just to see where your head is at, see what you've been thinking.
Uh-huh.
So first, I had a chance to live with some of your music.
Okay. Put these folks on.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you some questions about just some things that I heard. Hey man, just let me know. Just let me know what's going on. All right.
I ain't scared.
So on Getaway,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about you want to get away from the madness.
Mm-hmm.
What's the madness you trying to get away from right now, brother?
Well, in a song, I'm really trying to get the girl to get away, because women love vacations. You know what I mean? And you could piss them off at their job 1 millisecond they want to go. Yeah. I mean, women, I feel like they don't want to work, period, which, of course, you want princess treatment. Right. So I'm really trying to get her to get away and leave that job real quick so we could just have a little vacation, because working and jobs and stuff like that, that's in particular what I see a lot of people like want to just take a break from. You know what I mean? So even my job, I do, a lot of work with the kids, and I know it's impactful, and it's not a hard job because they listen to me, I fuck with them, and they fuck with me. So it's not a hard job, but it's also not my life's calling, and a lot of people in jobs that's not like enjoyable to them. So you definitely want to get away from that. Definitely want to get away from this country. You know what I mean? Almost everything about this thing, I could go anywhere from the environment, the violence, the policing, the food. The food different here. Like, we got decent water, but then you'll go to Flint. Yeah. I mean, I know you said we trying to get funny, but this shit serious, bro. You go to Flint and niggas don't really have no decent water. So it's so many different reasons to get away from this motherfucker, man.
Talking about Flint, bro. You drink the water, your goddamn dick fall off.
Boy, shit.
Crazy, bro.
I don't know when the next time I'm going to Flint. I mean, if y'all want to book me, cool, but I'm gonna be drinking my own water.
Right.
Like,
bring some Publix water.
It's stuff still like really going on still that is like kind of like, is this the greatest country like that we have to offer? Probably not.
Like, yeah, I was just saying this in another interview. Bro, they got one plane. The military has one plane that's $1 billion, bro.
What?
One plane. It's like a stealth bomber that can fucking drop 100 bombs. I don't know. But they spent $1 billion on one plane. And y'all telling me y'all can't get these people water, bro? You telling me it's homeless people out here and y'all spending $1 billion on one plane?
You know, it's crazy. Like, even down from the planes to the, like, drones, like, but they spend so much money on that shit.
Bro, your tax
And
dollars.
I was just finna say, that's your money.
Right.
That's your money. That's my money.
Right.
I didn't ask for that.
Right.
I didn't ask for y'all to build these big war machines that cost way more than they need to so that y'all could go make some more money. So I put the money up. Y'all took the money, put it towards something that I didn't approve.
I can agree with this.
So you could go make some more money or steal some more money from some other country.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, there are people on the street that I'm feeding. Y'all niggas not even feeding them. I'm out here feeding these niggas, and the shit be blowing me every time.
Right.
Yeah, don't get me started, please. We'll get real serious in this bitch. But there are so many different reasons to get away because, again, so much noise, so many things that sometimes people just want to escape.
Yeah.
And, you know, you shouldn't escape and run away from everything like Simba. I done had a little moment in my life where I was like Simba, where I just ran away from all my responsibilities.
Damn.
I'm going country to country to country because actually I don't have no kids and I don't have no fucking responsibilities. You know, I do have a calling and a gift, you know, that I could be working towards. But yeah, man, I get away in a minute and just live some Hakuna Matata shit.
Everybody need a break sometime.
Everybody need a break.
All right, on Romeo Must Die,
Yeah,
which is a pretty deep record. I like that one.
I appreciate that. I wrote that when I was 17.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So you were talking about nice guys finishing last,
Mm-hmm.
and how you pretty much, had to be HOT hard on thoughts for a little while.
Okay, you made that up?
Nah.
Okay, I'm finna say I ain't never heard that one. Yeah.
But you had to kind of turn it around and let your nuts hang a little bit on the hoes, bro, on the females. I'm sorry, but
Respectfully.
But is that better than being a nice guy, though? That's my question. Is it better for the
who?
world? Is it better
I
for
was
the world?
gonna say better for
Better
who?
for the world.
Because I made the record because I realized it was working out for me tremendously. But and it was like, the hoes got what they wanted too. Like, well, I don't know if they didn't get what they
probably
wanted.
wanted a relationship with you. They probably-
Exactly, which is so crazy because it's like you treat somebody like you don't care about them and then they want more from you. This shit kind of weird. But I don't think it's good for the world because I really had to shift it around when I realized like I'm not representing myself as a good person.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah, facts.
And I'm getting what I want, never lying to them. I'm not on none of that. I'm just on some like tell you straight up what it is, like I don't give a fuck, and they respect it and move accordingly, or they just don't, which is cool. But I'm catching a lot more fish with this bait than what I used to, which is all making them laugh and giggle and smile and
You're talking about sending good morning text.
Yeah, good morning. Oh, I hit a bitch up with the good morning like quickly. And sometimes they would give me the attention, but it didn't work out because it's a nigga.
Attention, we want the pussy, bro. That's what we want.
Give me both.
Right.
Don't just give me one and not give me the other, and then the whole time you giving the other one to another nigga who I know don't give a fuck. Right. I ain't never gonna throw salt on a nigga game like be like
dirty macking.
No that nigga don't give a fuck about. I ain't never gonna do that. Right. But I know. I know this nigga.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Matter of fact, it used to be like, because I used to like older girls, so like, or even women my age, like they always was attracted to older niggas. Yeah. So I be in high school, I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, she fucking a senior.
Yeah.
And I knew the seniors because I'm cool with everybody, and I always been like older than my age. So I realized like, oh, this what I gotta do. So I started doing it, and it started working. And then I realized, ooh, I'm not a good person. I remember having a conversation with one of my homegirls, and I don't even know if I was like talking to her about her friend, but her friend was feeling me. And this girl was my homegirl, and she told her, don't fuck with me because I ain't shit, basically. And if my homegirl thought I wasn't shit, then I'm like, damn.
Yeah, imagine what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, not even that I gave a fuck too much about how other people think, but I did know that wasn't a representation of who I am.
Right. You don't want to be a net negative for society. Right?
I actually am a good person. I have a huge heart. I care more than a lot of people about other people. You know what I mean? And I had to find a balance because when you a nice guy, the shit will not work out in your favor because people will take advantage of you. Exactly. Or they'll think like,
don't fuck with him because
he an easy lick, or if he's super accessible, or like he wants me. Anytime you set up that dynamic, like where you chasing something, that's gonna be the dynamic for the rest of life. I don't have to chase a motherfucking thing.
Nothing,
so yeah, that ended up turning out in my favor in the beginning, and then I had to realize like, okay, maybe I can do a little bit of both to where I actually am just meeting people genuinely.
Yeah.
I'm not overdoing it, trying to get no pussy.
Right.
I'm not underselling it like and disrespecting you.
Right. You just be you.
I'm just being me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to fuck with me, fuck with me. I'll think about it.
Right.
If you don't want to fuck with me, that's cool because I'm never pressed.
Exactly.
And that's actually the key.
Yeah, that's the thing right there.
You know what I mean? When you actually can let people, see the side of you that like, I am a good person, and I am kind, and I treat you like with a certain level of respect, but it gotta be reciprocated, because I'm not pressed for no pussy.
Nothing.
Don't do that.
On game. All right. So this next segment is just a little this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw two choices at you. And you just pick which one you feeling.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta think about it too much if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, first one. Outkast or The Roots?
Outkast.
Outkast. All right.
That's Atlanta. Come on now.
Yeah, true. Little Brother or Slum Village?
Slum Village.
Yeah, that's selfish song. I still bump that.
Yeah.
All right, MF Doom or Mos Def?
Ooh, that's tough. I gotta go Mos Def. Mos Def, he can get introspective and deep, but he also has like some really good records. Yeah. MF Doom, like, I'm gonna go Mos Def.
All right. Common or Talib Kweli?
Common.
All right. The Internet or Tame Impala?
That's gonna be tough. Cause I got homies in the Internet, but I really like Tame Impala.
Damn, you gonna go Tame Impala?
I really do. The Internet is a great band. I hear they coming out with some new stuff.
Yeah.
More love to them, but Tame Impala, they have some really good records.
Tame Impala, that one, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Smino or Isaiah Rashad?
Smino.
All right. Mick Jenkins or Saba?
That's tough. Saba.
All right. Earth Gang or Spillage Village?
That's tough too. Earth Gang.
Earth Gang.
Yeah.
All right, Childish Gambino or Anderson .Paak?
Damn. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I really do like Childish Gambino's music, and I also respect Anderson's
His musicality.
production. Yeah. I'm gonna go Childish though.
You go Childish?
Yeah.
All right, Vince Staples or Earl Sweatshirt?
Vince.
Vince Staples, that dude, he's funny, bro.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. All right, Gold Link or Amine?
Amine.
All right, Flying Lotus.
Amine. Ain't it Amine?
Amine.
Yeah.
My bad. All right, Flying Lotus or K-Tronada?
K-Tronada.
All right, Tyler, the Creator or Pharrell?
Pharrell.
Both produce. They both artists.
Tyler, the Creator or Pharrell?
You go Pharrell.
Pharrell is a legend. Tyler, the Creator, he's still on his run, but Pharrell, come on, bro. That's some of the biggest songs of like the last 20 years.
Facts. All right, so
shout out Pharrell. If you see it, bro, come holler at me, man.
Dang.
We could get that running.
Pharrell, that's home team. I was born in Virginia, so.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Sweet. It's something in the water down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all really do got like some real talent from producers to singers to even like the rap music. The first dude that I saw that was like beating on the table and rapping and that like really inspired me to rap. He from Virginia.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's something in that water.
Yeah, it is. Facts. And then, I'm from Norfolk, which is right there by Virginia Beach. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on in that city, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Virginia, man. Shout out to the
Shout out to the VA.
All right, so next is a blind ranking. All right, this is producers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to name, you know how it works, right? So it's 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to name one, and then you put them
in a spot.
Without knowing who's coming next.
Whew.
All right, first is The Alchemist.
Alchemist is really good right now. And I really like his soulful beats. I'm going to go 4.
4, okay. Next is Jay Dilla.
Jay Dilla is a legend. I'm going to go 3.
Go 3?
Yeah, because he kind of right above Alchemist in my mind.
All right, next is Kanye.
Kanye's number 1.
Kanye number 1?
Yeah.
All right, next is Pharrell.
Pharrell. Damn.
We got 2 and 5 left.
I damn near should have put Pharrell in above Kanye, but I'm going to keep Kanye. Damn. Pharrell's number 2.
Pharrell's number 2. All right, and then I guess number 5 is Dr. Dre.
Damn. Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Dr. Dre's number 5.
I don't know. He's like tier 1, 2 as well. So like, he probably would have went 1 or 2 on my list. He got so many different eras.
Right.
You know what I mean? From Kendrick down to the West Coast, and then like all of the West Coast. Not Kanye. Tupac, Snoop, Ice Cube, Easy.
Right. All right, man. So the name of the show is called Another 24.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it's called Another 24 is because that's the biggest blessing that we can get.
Yeah.
The whole world, we don't agree on much, but everybody on earth wants another 24. It's the one thing we can agree on. Mm-hmm. It's the one thing everybody can relate to. You want another 24 to chase your dreams, to hug your family, to travel, to do whatever it is you want to do, right? So there's a young man. He might be you might have worked with him. He might be one of the kids at the school you worked with.
Mm-hmm.
He might be you went to Japan. He might be in Japan. He might be in Texas. He might be in LA, but he's watching everything you're doing. He wants to be just like you. He wants to be a rapper. He wants to be on these stages. He wants to be putting out these projects and these singles. But, he might be having a rough go at it. Mm-hmm. So if you could give that young man some wisdom or encouragement to help him get through his next 24, I want you to look right at that camera and talk to him.
Just for his next 24. Okay. If you love it, do it. Again, to your point, we don't always get another 24. Every day is not promised, man. You actually got people out here that did not wake up today. and they expected to wake up today. So, you know, time is one of the greatest gifts that you could possibly have, the present moment. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing about yesterday. You can do something about tomorrow, but the only way that you can do something about tomorrow is just doing something in the present moment. So if you love doing something, do that. It don't even have to be just music, you know what I mean? Everything that you love to do is going to contribute to the music and to the art, but you have to just do it, man. Like, and fuck what anybody else is saying about it. Do it wholeheartedly and believe that it'll pay off. You know what I mean? Believe that if you do it, you'll get better at it. And I mean, keep the faith. Keep the faith in God. Listen to God. Don't listen to nobody else except for me and my boy, Taurus, of course.
Gang on gang. Well, listen, Mauzy, this was a excellent interview. This was a good one, man. I definitely appreciated it, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for pulling up, man. Congrats on all the success.
For sure.
You're a talented dude. You're doing your damn thing, man. We're going to be supporting you, watching every step you do, every step you make. And, you know, anytime you got a project coming out, a show coming up, and you want a place to come and talk about it, you know you got a spot right here, my brother.
For sure. I got some new music coming within the next month or two. So, I mean, if you really want to get at me, come ahead, follow your boy at Mauzy Music.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. That's what it is. Hey, man, we're going to be watching, bro. And, hey, pull up anytime, my dog.
Of course.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, and that's a wrap.